Well, tonight, everybody, we are talking about Pteranodon flyers. We're going to talk a little bit about Universal Hollywood. And of course, I got to discuss Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, all that and more. I am Brad Jost, and this is Let's Talk Jurassic. I don't know. I'm hitting buttons. I don't know if things are working. What's up, everybody? Brad here, back for another Let's Talk Jurassic, your weekly live stream here from the Jurassic Park Podcast. Tonight, we are only streaming here on YouTube. I've been trying to work some magic on the back end to get things over on Instagram and YouTube. I'm running off of a beta here for this program, and for some reason it doesn't want to do it tonight, so we're only doing YouTube, and I'm working off the old profile, so everything might be a little different, so bear with us, but I think it's going to go well, hopefully. But we've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I want to say hi to people in the chat room as well, and if you have any thoughts or topics, if you want to talk about anything, please let me know in the chat below, and we'll try to touch on as much as we can. But yes, lots of things to talk about. Let's start over on the Jurassic Park Podcast.com. Let's see if this button works. Boom. Here we go. Let me reload that because the picture didn't load. And it doesn't want to load. Oh, you know what? Do I have to change this? I might have to change the picture. I thought I did change it. Let me change it right now. Oh, for some reason it is not working on the website. Let me edit that for you so you can actually see something there. I don't know where it went. Where did it go? Let me make sure I put the right episode in. Boom. Save and reload. And let's see. Did it take effect? No, it doesn't want to save. That's weird. Well, forget the picture. This is our episode that you can listen to about Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, Season 2, Episode 1. And the episode's called Cause and Effect. And for some reason, the image... Oh, it might be working now. Let's see if I can reload that. There we go. There it is. So myself and Tom Jurassic have seen Season 2 of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. We've got a lot to talk about. And we've prepared episodes for you all to listen to every Friday. So these are going to be separate from our mainline episodes. You will still get those as well, hopefully. I've got a bunch planned and lined up, so we'll try to get those out as soon as we can. But every Friday from here until, what was it, May... I don't know, May 1st or something like that. Yeah, May 1st, we've got new episodes all about Apple TV's Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Season 2 is fantastic, and episode 1 is out there on the feeds right now, so go check out that episode. But yeah, let's bring it back to myself now that we got the image working there. That was just a back-end website issue. I had to re-upload it. For some reason, it wasn't taking, but I finally got it. But let's see who's here in the chat room tonight as I try to figure out what all my buttons are doing here today. But what's up? Yeah, Jedi Jarva, you saw me a little bit ahead of time. I forgot I was on the wrong screen, so I had to I was like, and then I moved on to the next screen. But what's up, Steven? How you doing? We've got Smoothie 2 here. It's been a while. How you doing? Glad to have you back here. And it's as chaotic as always. So nothing changes here. But we've got Nikolai here. What's up, dude? How's it going? We've got, let's see, anybody else I can... OG, Bloodline. What's up, JP01? How you doing? Good to see you here. I'm in. At least I'm here. There's a few of us here. Not many, but we're trying to hang on here. But Smoothie likes Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous, and Chaos Theory. Surprise! I'm not very surprised actually. But let's see. Just started episode 1 of season 2. Oh, nice. That's all you got so far. Those are all the episodes that are out on the feed, actually. So you've only got one episode. The more will come soon. You got one coming up March 6th. It's a good episode as well. And that I've already got that all uploaded and ready to post. So stay tuned on Friday for a new episode from our Monarch. We're calling it Titan Watch. Kind of. Tom was pitching that like during the episode. Why don't we call it Titan Watch? I'm like, okay, I guess. So what's up? What's up, Jurassic Manila Productions? How you doing? Good to hear. Good to have you here. You see the Red Rex? Heck yeah, Red Rex. Oops, wrong side. Red Rex back there. I've got like a little Kenner, shelf here, small one, and then the not Hasbro, Mattel stuff over there. I've got more like Kenner and Lost World stuff over there as well. Yeah, this is only a small portion of it. I don't know if I can turn this. Let's see. Let's turn the camera for you. But yeah, there's more. This Figment right there. More Jurassic. That entire shelf is Jurassic. But this shelf here is kind of more just whatever. And then over here, you've got a bunch of other random stuff. This is all Disney over here. Star Wars, Marvel, Disney Parks, Funko Pops, all Disney related. So we got a lot of random stuff all around the office here. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to be talking about some theme park stuff, some interesting things. I don't know what's going on. We're going to have to sift through it and see what we can find out. But we've got some theme park stuff, and then we've got... what's the other thing? Oh, just Monarch, I guess. So, since we're on the Monarch train, let's go ahead. If you've watched episode 1, this article kind of piqued my interest here for a second. I thought we'd kind of discuss this moment a little bit because it does relate to Jurassic. And apparently we're not the only ones. I think we did mention it in this episode that we came out with, I think. I'm trying to remember what episode we discussed it, but I believe it was in this episode because going over to, let's talk, I guess this is Jurassic news. I don't know. Monarch Season 2 just echoed the most jarring Jurassic World movie moment. I'll let you sit with that for a second. What do you think is the most jarring Jurassic World movie moment? Without me scrolling, without figuring out what that is, because even though I've seen the show, I for a second I was kind of like, what are they talking about? And then as I scrolled, it was like, oh yeah, we did talk about that actually. How there is like a parallel to Jurassic in that way, but we'll get to it. I just want to know, like, does anybody here have jarring moments from Jurassic World? I guess the series, I guess Jurassic World, because. I mean, I guess this moment's like kind of a jarring moment, and a lot of people did struggle with it, but I don't know if there's a lot of those kind of moments. But yeah. Jurassic Manila says, I am not really a big fan of Legacy of Monsters. I'm like movies only kind of. Why are you not a big fan of Legacy of Monsters? Just curious. Because I feel like this series is so on par with what the movies are doing, and also takes a slightly more serious tone. Yeah, definitely a more serious tone with, especially like where the movies have taken this more like fantastical approach, and they've kind of gone into this like kind of wild realm where things are just super chaotic. But I feel like they started off a little bit more in like a serious tone with Godzilla, with King of the Monsters, and then things started to go a little off the rails with Godzilla versus Kong, and then Godzilla X Kong, and also Kong Skull Island was more serious. But I feel like it did kind of toe the line a little bit, but I feel like it was more serious. But yeah, I'm interested to know what makes you not a fan of the show, because like I said, I feel like it's like it as far as what I want from like a MonsterVerse show, it's really exactly what I would want. And as far as what I would want from a Jurassic series, it's also exactly what I would want. I feel like they get it like so right as far as what kind of content I'd love to see from a Jurassic kind of series. Because I really think there is room. Oh man, the Knicks are losing. We got 6 minutes left still. I feel like Jurassic could really benefit from that kind of past and present dialogue as well, like this show does. So I feel like it resonates with me, and if it's something that I'm kind of like just sitting here begging for from Universal to do something along these lines. But yeah, you commented here, just feel TV shows. I like being fed all at once. Well, you know what? That's fine. Wait until the end of the season and then just watch the whole thing at once. But I understand not wanting to wait, I guess, week to week. But there's something, I still feel like there's something special about that week to week thing. And as far as the presentation is concerned, like just because it's on television, it's not lesser of a quality or anything like that. It is actually just incredible looking. Like look at this shot. This shot is so good. So yeah, this is the kind of stuff I'm excited for. But jarring moment, I can't really even think of what a jarring moment would be, but this one I guess could be kind of in line with that. So let's go ahead and get into this article a little bit. I'm not going to really dive into it too much because it's just kind of like recap-y kind of stuff. But this episode builds to a finale that sees Kate, despite warnings from her father Hiroshi and everyone else with good sense, open the portal in an attempt to bring Lee home. So while doing that, she ends up bringing a Titan through the portal and letting the Titan free, for the entire world to have to deal with those consequences. And it is very much, I'm not wearing my glasses today, and I just was like pushing on my face because I thought my glasses were there and I felt like they needed to go up a little bit, but they weren't even there. But this is very much in lines with that Maisie Lockwood moment from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, is that jarring to you? Is that a moment where you're like, that's just like a truly jarring moment? I feel like Slash Film has it out for the Jurassic series as a whole. So I don't take their stuff like too seriously, but I feel like there is like an interesting comparison there because Maisie, Tom was poking fun at it a little bit about the they're like me moment or whatever with the dinosaurs. And that's why she hits the button. That's why she lets them go. But I feel like yeah, this is exactly that kind of moment. And it's great. It's a great moment. I don't know. I enjoy it. I don't have any problem with that moment in Fallen Kingdom at all. I think it makes sense from a character perspective. I think, Maisie would make that call. She would feel that connection. Is the wording of that all and the delivery maybe a little clunky? Sure. But I think it still checks out as far as like, what would you expect a kid of that age to do in a situation like this? Go in there, hit that button, release everything. Now, in the case of Kate in the television show, she's making also like an emotional decision as well. And not necessarily thinking about the consequence of, like Maisie was. Maisie knew what she was doing as far as, I'm letting the dinosaurs out into the world, right? I'm going to release them, let them breathe. I don't want to kill them all. So we're going to release them into the world. So she knew the context of what she was doing. I don't feel like Kate necessarily had... Maybe she figured that maybe could happen or something along those lines, but that wasn't the intention. So that kind of also just happened. So I feel like the context is slightly different there between these two characters. But at the same time, absolutely very, very similar moments for both of those characters. But yeah, I think it's funny. It's funny that other sites are picking up on that as well, because Hey, I thought we were the only ones out here making comparisons between this series and those films and the Jurassic films. That's our niche / film. Get out of here. Um, but let's see. I know you mentioned something there about the shows. Well, you gotta watch season 1. I mean, that you can't just jump into season 2. Like, you can't. It's not possible. Yes, I guess it's possible, but you got to go watch season 1 and figure out what that was all about, because it's a pretty compelling series and it ties directly into the movies. If you like Godzilla 2014 or that universe, the show ties directly into it and deals with those consequences very, very directly. Kind of how, like, for instance, how people wanted the Jurassic series to deal with the consequences of letting out the dinosaurs into the wild. You get those direct consequences in this series. And what does the world look like? What is the world acting like, after that kind of situation going down, especially from San Francisco's perspective and stuff like that. So you really get to see that kind of context there. And I love that about this series. So definitely go watch that show, especially you can go binge all of season 1 right now. But yeah, season 2, you can wait until the end and binge it all, but it's so good. It's so good. And Jedi Jarvo loves waiting for an episode each week. Yeah, I do too. I haven't because I've gotten them all, but I do really love the week to week formula rather than the binge model. The binge model is fine, but you talk about it so much less. I think if something like Stranger Things or whatever, if a show like that had debuted week after week, man, we would have been talking about it like crazy. And I think a lot of television benefits from having the week to week model instead of just the binge model. Of course, the binge model does give like a massive push in like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or something like that. But the week to week gets you over that 10 weeks or however many weeks. So, I guess you just have to make sure the content's good, keeps people talking, and there's people like us doing podcasts about it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so for me, I really like the week to week model. But I wonder what they're talking about, the consequences here. Yes, largely mirrors the ending of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It says, in the end, Maisie Lockwood, a clone who has a great deal of sympathy for the dinosaurs in an I didn't ask to be born sort of way, opens the cages and lets all of them run loose on the mainland. Claire and Owen largely just let this happen, even though the consequences to humanity are dire. I don't know. I wouldn't pin that on like Owen and Claire necessarily. Claire was not going to do it. Claire was Claire and Owen too. Like he didn't want this to happen. And Claire was like, yeah, I can't do it either. I'm not going to hit that button. And then, Maisie comes out of nowhere and hits that button. So was there a backtrack? Could they have like doubled down, hit the button again and closed the gates? Maybe. I don't know, maybe, but what are they supposed to do at that point? The dinosaurs are forcing their way out and they can't really do anything. But it says Kate's actions come from the right place, but are woefully misguided. It's the thought that counts. Doesn't fly. It's the thought that counts. Doesn't fly as an excuse. There are real world consequences here, despite the sentiment. Seems to be setting up the ever divisive Godzilla King of the Monsters in some ways. Ooh. The question is, can the show make the juice worth this wild squeeze? Yeah, this show does seem to be setting up King of the Monsters. And dude, that is what I love about season 2. It is full on King of the Monsters vibes in so many great ways. And I'm loving that, dude. That one is my favorite of those 5 movies. I guess Kong Skull Island is like kind of neck and neck there. But as far as the Godzilla side of things is concerned, definitely King of the Monsters. It is so much fun, so awesome. But yeah, and I do want to go back to the will Monarch Season 2 avoid the sins of the Jurassic World trilogy? Can we just let it go at this point? Can we just like chill with the sins of the past? In the case of Fallen Kingdom, the ends didn't justify the means. The entire movie was predicated on setting up a third Jurassic World that would finally deliver humans and dinosaurs interacting, no longer confined to a single island. Instead, Jurassic World Dominion left us asking, what was the point of all of this? It focused on giant locusts and once again confining the dinosaurs rather than delivering on the idea of a global conflict. Minus the locusts comment, I'm cool with the locusts, but yes, it did confine the dinosaurs again and did not really deal with the consequences of dinosaurs in the wild, which does kind of stink, even though I really love what Dominion is. But yeah, it says what Maisie did and the logic that allowed it to happen didn't pay off. Yeah, for fans of that franchise, it remains difficult to explain. Okay, yeah, it does remain difficult to explain, but we can do it. But yeah, I do love this series, and there was something I was going to comment on. Oh, I don't know if my buttons work. But there was a comment here somewhere. Oh yeah, Jurassic Manila says the D-Rex was jarring when he ate the whole helicopter. That was jarring. Yeah, I guess I could see that as a jarring moment, especially. You know, it's one of those things where I don't really care about this change in the size or anything like that. That doesn't bother me at all. To me, the thing that's like jarring of that moment is you kind of think you know what the size of this creature is, and then when it shows up and it's chomping down on that turkey leg of a helicopter, you're like, whoa, I didn't know it was this big, dude. And that's what's jarring about it for me. But I love that moment. I don't care about the size changes and stuff like that. But yeah. Tara Thomas here says the Raptor screen time in Rebirth is the reason I don't like the movie. Well, I mean, is that enough of a cause to dislike a movie? I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're really wanting to see raptors, sure. I guess you can be disappointed. The way I look at it is, look, we've gotten Jurassic Park, lots of raptor stuff. Fallen Kingdom. I skipped right to Fallen Kingdom. The Lost World, lots of raptor stuff. Not really, I guess, but there's a decent amount. That like what is there is hefty, right? Like there's not a ton of it, but what's there is fantastic. Jurassic Park 3, lots of raptor stuff. Jurassic World, lots of raptor stuff. And is it the raptors that you want to see? Maybe not, but like definitely lots of raptor stuff. Fallen Kingdom, you know, a decent amount of raptor stuff. I mean, honestly, yes, a lot of raptor stuff. Indoraptor is still raptor-esque, but also that entire movie was about Blue, right? Like going to get Blue, tracking down Blue, saving Blue's life, bringing Blue back to the lab to recreate to change the DNA of the Indoraptor, you know, and then the Indoraptor fight with Blue. And so there's a lot of raptor in there. And then Dominion, least Blue, least raptor heavy movie. But I guess there's the Pyroraptor, but like that is so minimal. There's a little bit of Blue and then Beta, but like it's probably I wonder what the screen time of Velociraptors is across the franchise. Yeah, that sounds fun. I might need to do that. So you know what? I feel like Jurassic Park gives us a lot of raptor moments that doesn't even have raptors in it, which is kind of interesting, right? Like the beginning of Jurassic Park, you can like see eyeball and maybe some snout and stuff like that, right? Maybe a claw or something, but like minimal, the most minimal Velociraptor screen time that you could get in the very beginning of that movie. But the sense of it, the fear of it, right? That is terrifying. The next scene with the Velociraptors is the Velociraptor paddock scene, which you see a whole 0 Velociraptors, but you hear them, and they are terrifying. Next up, you get them walking by the escaped paddock scene, like you see the gnarled like fence and stuff like that, and then you get like raptor bits from there on out, right? So I feel like the setup of the raptors adds to the weight of the raptors, despite the raptor sequences also still being fairly minimal within Jurassic Park. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that, but I feel like when it comes to Rebirth, and again, going back to this comment here about not liking Rebirth due to the screen time of the Velociraptors, I can understand the just being upset about not having Velociraptors, but also like look at all of the stuff we got. We got so much Raptor stuff. So for me, I was okay with kind of switching gears and going somewhere else a little bit and doing some other things with dinosaurs. And also think of it this way, right? I know a lot of people didn't really like how Jurassic Park 3 set up the Spinosaurus, right? There were a lot of people disappointed that the T-Rex got killed off. But like, think about how intense that made you think about the Spinosaurus, whether you hated it or you were scared of it or whatever, you thought it was a cool moment. It gave you something. It gave that Spinosaurus some weight, right? And I don't know, I guess it doesn't necessarily have that exact same payoff, but like it is attempting to do the same thing in Rebirth, right? You get the Velociraptor, you know how scary, how bad that's going to be for Xavier in that moment. But when you get the Mutodon flying down and just annihilating the raptor, scaring the other one away, you know that is going to be a terrifying creature to contend with. So they're doing the exact same thing that Jurassic Park 3 did. And for that, I'll give them credit for killing off the raptor right away because it checked out. You know, it checked out. Just in the same way we didn't get much T-Rex. Obviously, we got more T-Rex in Jurassic Park 3 than we got Velociraptor in Rebirth. But I still think it pays off in that same way. I'm just going off on tangents here today. The deleted raptor scene, Dark Moon 3D, hey, what's up? The deleted raptor scene at the gas station at the end was pretty good and worth leaving in. So there's a deleted Velociraptor scene that I thought was pretty pointless at the gas station, like adjacent to the gas station, like right next to it. That Velociraptor scene I thought was pretty pointless, but the Mutodon scene I thought was excellent. There was an extended, deleted scene of the Mutodons flying in and hiding. Zorro is hiding from the Mutodons. I thought that scene, oh my God, that would have been awesome to have in this movie. When I watched that deleted scene, I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you not include this? Because I think that scene is really good on its own without the deleted scene. But add in that deleted scene, there's so much more tension. I thought it would have been great. But yeah. No, I'm not trying to say. Sorry if I made it seem like you're a hater or anything for Rebirth, but I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, I have been kind of like a hater for Rebirth. So I'm just trying to defend the movie a little bit because I'm feeling slightly excited about that movie recently. In the past week, something clicked for me. Now, I know that movie has a ton of issues, canonically speaking, and some stuff like that. Man, this Knicks game is coming down to the wire, dude. 3-point game, 36 seconds left. But so I think canonically that movie has a lot of issues, and there's like choices that, man, if they had made a little bit different choice, it could have been, the second best, the third best Jurassic movie ever made. For me personally. Oh dude, come on, make a three, tie this thing up. Sorry, I gotta watch this game. Timeout. It's just regular season game, but I want to watch it. Anyway, timeout. But yeah, the few choices that could have made it excellent, and they didn't go that route. But if you're able to kind of get rid of those preconceived notions about what should be and what shouldn't be, and what should have been there, what shouldn't have been there, if you can get rid of that stuff and just kind of enjoy it on a whole, it's actually very, very enjoyable. And specifically for me, I have been going back and doing a ton of work on my end for an episode that I have to record tomorrow. And that's all about the music. So we're going to dive into the score tomorrow night. And then the episode will come out soon. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully it'll come out this week. Maybe. But myself and Caleb Burnett, we've done Dino Score episodes. If you haven't checked those out, go check out the feed. There's a lot of Dino Score episodes out there where we break down, like in 2 or 3 episodes, we break down like one individual score. And I think we've done Jurassic Park. I think we've done The Lost World. I don't know if we've done JP3. I don't remember. I think we did Jurassic. I don't know. I got to go back and look. Have we done all of them? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Who knows? But we're planning to do Rebirth, and we're breaking down every track. We listen to the tracks. We comment on the tracks. We talk about like our feelings and thoughts on everything about them. And as I've been doing like a lot of research on it and really honing in on the score and what the score's doing with the dialogue and how it's relating to the film, it's been a really rewarding process of understanding that movie a little bit better without the context of canon this, canon that, whatever. Oh man, they missed. Take one more shot. Oh, they missed. Dang it. Sorry. Knicks fan here. They lost. But so that's what I've been enjoying as far as the score is concerned. I think the score has really ramped up my enjoyment of that movie, where I was extremely struggling with what to think about that movie, and now the score, man, it's really selling it for me. And yeah, I think you love the Dino Dean. Thank you for the comment here. It says love the score for Rebirth. Can't wait for your Dino Score episodes. I think you guys haven't done JP3. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me see. I can actually just look it up here. I have a big spreadsheet. Dino Score. Why is it not coming up? Is there like a... Oh, yeah, there's a little dash. All right, so we did the first... Is this the first episode? 2019? We did an episode in 2019. I don't even know what that one was about. Then we did... Jurassic World Dominion score. Did we do that in one episode? No way. We did one on the music of Beyond the Gates. We did one theme park background music. Oh, dude, that was a fun one. I really liked that episode. That was a good one. We did the music of... Yeah, well, actually, we did a full breakdown of Jurassic World Dominion in 3 episodes. Dude, that was a massive score. We might have to do... oh, my God. We did 3 episodes for each of these. Jurassic World Dominion, 3 for Jurassic Park, 3 for The Lost World. We did one for music by John Williams, and then the composer announcement for Rebirth. So, yeah, we're missing... Jurassic Park 3, we're missing Jurassic World, apparently. I feel like we would have done those, but I guess not. Surprising. We're going to have to go back and finish this series out somehow. Probably should have done Jurassic World this past year, but we missed that. Whoops, the 10th anniversary would have been a good time. But yeah, go check out those episodes. They're pretty great. And yeah. So let's go. Oh yeah, wasn't the Diabloceratops? Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be in this movie, I believe, because Funko Pop made the Diabloceratops. They made the Carnotaurus, and those are typically. I think we post like an article, or did I post it maybe on Instagram? I think maybe I posted it on Instagram. I think I posted like blurry-ish photos like on Instagram, because that's all my phone downloaded or whatever. But yeah, it was a little while back before Rebirth. Have I posted a lot since Rebirth? I don't know. See if I can bring up those pictures for you. Here they are. Okay, so let's go over to merch. Does this button work? My button's got all messed up. Let's see. Is this merch? Yes, it is. Yeah, here's some blurry pictures for you. The Aqualops, Diabloceratops right there. Yeah. And typically, if Funko's making it, it's probably in the movie. So, man, that would have been cool to see, dude. The thing is, like, they didn't really, like, as far as the deleted scenes are concerned and like what they've talked about as far as like what's been left off the table, it doesn't sound like a lot was left on the cutting room floor for Rebirth. So I really don't know where something like the Diabloceratops would have gone, and also the Carnotaurus. I don't know where these would have gone, to be honest. So if there was not much, I think they said like only like a grand total of like a handful of minutes or something, where like 3 minutes or something stupid like that were left on the cutting room floor. Don't quote me on that amount, but I feel like it was a small amount. I can't imagine they were big scenes. I feel like maybe could we have seen these two fighting off in the distance? Maybe that could have been interesting. Like you kind of just creep by them slowly, or maybe it's not even like a scene that the characters are in, that maybe they had intentions of making these dinosaurs, so they had the assets and stuff like that, and they get, because honestly, I think what had probably happened here was they made this movie so fast that they had assets for certain dinosaurs and things that they're like, okay, let's include this dinosaur. We'll have this Diabloceratops. We'll have the Carnotaurus in this movie. And by the time they actually made the movie and rendered things and put things out there, like I just think they probably were never even going to really include them. I think they probably just needed to get Funko some assets, and they said, here's some assets. I think we'll probably include these. And then they stopped, and then they never made them. But yeah, so these did come out, though. We did, they did get released, I believe. So I don't think I never got around to getting those two specifically. I don't even know what I have from that movie. I've got Dolores, I think. That's about it. But yeah, I feel like that's probably along the lines is like, we just need to get you some assets for things that are probably going to be in this movie. We've got a really fast turnaround time. We've barely made the correct assets for this movie. Just like, hearing that they were making up the Mutodon as they were going along, and Mattel didn't really know early on, and they showed up day one of Gareth being there, and he was just like, yeah, I don't know what these things are going to look like. So I feel like that's probably along the lines of what happened there. Yeah. But let's move on to some of our other topics for discussion. First off, next up, I want to go to this. Oops, I disappeared from the page. I don't know why. The stream stopped for some reason, but we're back. The ride will go down until mid-spring. And it says it's currently closed for undisclosed reasons until May 2026. So it says here, expected to remain closed from February 27th through May 14th, with a reopening planned the following day. So there you go. I don't know what that's about, but man, what a bummer. That's like one of those rides I think that you really want to be open. And if you get that opportunity to go on it, like with a kid, then you're like, oh, this is my first chance to get to go on this ride, and then you don't get to go on it, man. That's a bummer. So that ride will be closed until May 14th through now. So you might as well skip that park. Let's move on to the next thing here, also from Universal Parks. This is the last piece we're going to discuss here tonight. And this is, we're going to go over to Instagram because, boy, is there some stuff going down on the back lot of Universal Hollywood. And as you can see here, this video is from Universal Disney Fan. And they have all kinds of stuff happening down there. And yeah. Velociraptors galore. You got at least 3 of them out there, it looks like. The big 3? No Jurassic World iconography. Nothing. I know this T-Rex here is technically Jurassic World because it was used for promotions for Fallen Kingdom, I believe, and then for Dominion as well, I believe. But yeah. Something's going down on the backlot of Universal Hollywood. And, the big speculation is that this is part of FanFest, but it's not on the schedule. So here's the schedule, at least, as far as things are proposed. They've announced Scooby-Doo X Universal Monsters. Not sure what that's going to be like, but that sounds cool. One Piece, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Dungeons and Dragons, and Super Nintendo World, all going to be a part of FanFest nights from April 23rd through May 16th. Very short time period there. It looks laid out like a promo event in a tent. Yeah, I'm not really sure what it could be. I mean, a lot of people are thinking like this could be kind of like what they did with Back to the Future, where they had, actors come out pretending to be Marty and Doc and Biff and all this stuff. And they had the DeLorean out there. Obviously, they had Hill Valley, which was like a huge plus. So for this, it seems like they're gathering every Jurassic Park thing they have from the first 3 movies and throwing it back down there. And maybe it's going to be something where you can walk through and take a look at the stuff. I don't know if it's going to be interactive in that way because it doesn't seem like it's big enough to do an event down. Like, I don't know that it's going to be big enough to have like interactive experiences. It feels kind of small. And what are they going to do? Just have fences all over the place down there? That kind of, I mean, I guess that does explain Jurassic Park a little bit, right? There's dinosaurs, there's fences, but they'd have to set up like massive fence work and stuff like that down there to make it look any kind of way like a Jurassic Park experience. So I don't really know what the plan is. But yeah, is it something else? Is it like a promotional experience? Is it going to be, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the plan is for that thing down there. It looks cool. I'm getting excited. I don't know what the heck it's going to be, but April 23rd through May 16th, earmark that date. Maybe something's going to go down for Jurassic out there. So they haven't announced it just yet, but But yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. It does say more to be revealed. So it says, let's see, more fun to be revealed. We're not done yet. Keep watching as we get set to unveil the next addition to this incredible lineup of fantastic franchises and immersion-worthy worlds. So, yeah, the dinosaurs got out, obviously, but I think... So what I'm thinking, why I mentioned fences is because you're talking about theme park guests in and around stuff that is old and is props, and you don't want people going hands-on with that type of stuff. Like, these crates and cages, rusty material from the Lost World or Jurassic Park 3 or some era around there, the massive structures and trees and things that are like very heavy, and you don't want people messing around with that kind of stuff. So I don't know what their plan is for keeping people away from this stuff. You see, it's kind of like makeshift with all the fencing and stuff like that. Like, I can't imagine that stuff stays there. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, they're gonna have to bring in some plants, because if this is some sort of like experience where you get to walk around and just see stuff up close, or I don't know, are they going to adjust the tram for like a little while? Maybe that's a thing. Maybe they adjust the tram and kind of drive you through this area. I don't really know what this area is. Typically, it's just this open area on the back lot, I guess. But like, I don't know what the plan is for this area most of the time. But they'd have to bring in a ton of plant life to make this feel any kind of, Cretaceous Jurassic kind of period here. And I don't know how they're gonna do that. But some dead trees aren't really gonna cut it. So I don't really know what the plan is, but if it is a walk around experience, I think there does need to be some separation between the guests and the equipment. That's why I feel like fencing needs to be in place. So why not install Jurassic style fencing or something along those lines? But that sounds like a heck of a lot of work to include there. But I don't know. Maybe if it is just a tram tour, they can just drive the tram through here, which would make a lot more sense. They could drive in this end, go along the lines. Yeah, they would have to drive. I feel like driving this way would make the most sense. Drive through here, go out the other side, and then go, I don't know where this part of the back lot is. But yeah, maybe that's what they're planning. Maybe that, and honestly, that could be like, hey, come to FanFest nights where we've installed a new Jurassic tour where you can see that for only this limited time. And then we're going to move everything out back to where it was. But that would be kind of cool to have like a Jurassic tour area down there. I don't know. But maybe it's a walkthrough experience. I don't know. Or a walk around experience. But yeah, there's some great stuff down there. The Spinosaurus, the Mercedes. Spino is fantastic looking. Oh, man. It's so good. So yeah, that's what's going down at Universal. Is it FanFest? Is it something else? I don't really know. Hopefully we find out soon. I mean, they've been making some great progress on this, so we'll just have to keep our eyes peeled and see what happens there. Yeah, but yeah, that's the episode for today. We did a lot of talking about Rebirth. Didn't expect all that, but I'm here for it because I feel like I'm enjoying the movie. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? I feel like I haven't said that. I'm enjoying the movie. Yeah, the Lost World vehicles do look amazing in person. So if you do get the chance, go out there, check it out. But yeah, Carmine. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. All right. So like I said, go over to JurassicParkPodcast.com and take a look at our first episode of coverage for Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Season 2, Episode 1, Cause and Effect. Myself and Tom, we did, we did podcast version. I should put the video in here. I don't know if I did. That's old. But we did video versions as well. So you can check us out over here on YouTube, just doing a whole video version. And the first episode had a lot of chaos in it, so go check out that one. Second episode's a lot more straightforward, and that's going to be coming out this Friday. So keep your eyes peeled for new Monarch episodes of the Jurassic Park podcast every Friday night, or Friday morning, I think is the embargo date on all those. So every Friday morning you can check those out, and here you go. There's the feed right there. Recently discussed the Xfinity commercial, Toy Fair, Monarch as a whole, and Season 2, Episode 1. And like I said, we've got music episodes coming. We've got a lot of stuff on the way. And also go check out the Forcecast, where I talk about Star Wars each week as well. Most recent episode from 4 days ago, where we finally discussed the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. Go check out that episode. And then my other show, Grim Grinning Hosts, where we most recently did a... I guess Valentine's Day themed episode. It wasn't really, but we made it. We made it into a Valentine's Day episode. Go check out that episode over on Grim Grinning Hosts. That show is all about theme parks and pop culture as well. So go check out that. And if you need to go follow us anywhere else, you can try to do so on places like Blue Sky. I don't know. I don't really use it. I should probably adjust this as well. I haven't been really using that, but my Instagram posts go to Threads, so if you want to follow us over there, but definitely Instagram, Jurassic Park Pod, myself over on Letterboxd, @BradJost. And if you have any thoughts on what the Universal Fan Fest Nights thing could be for Jurassic, if it is that, if it's something else, let us know via voicemail or email. You can call our voicemail line, 732-825-7763. Leave us a voicemail. Or if you want to talk about Monarch, or if you want to talk about Rebirth, whatever the case may be, call us, leave a voicemail. They're about 3 minutes long, so try to get your thoughts in that amount of time. And you can also just go ahead and pick up your phone, record a little voice message, and send that over to JurassicParkPod@gmail.com, or you could type your thoughts out and let us know in a comment over on our email as well. And then, of course, we do have our contact page over on JurassicParkPodcast.com. So, yes, do all of those things. Check us out on all the places, and yeah, you know what I've been doing recently? Oh, you know what? I was really hoping the likes and dislikes. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. But the dinosaur show coming out on Friday on Netflix. Yeah, I haven't. It looks great. I don't really watch a lot of that kind of content too much. Surprisingly, I don't watch a lot of like dinosaur documentary kind of walking with dinosaurs kind of things, unfortunately. So I'll probably check out an episode or two, like I did with Prehistoric Planet, or I don't know, one of those things. Didn't Netflix do something? Was that Prehistoric Planet, or was that the one that was on Apple? I forget. But yeah, I'll check it out, probably an episode or two. I was really hoping Steve would come here on the stream. Steve, if you're there, shout out, comment. Because something happened, and I got to show you. Oh, sorry. I got a call. Oh, hello? Oh, wait, hold on. How do I work this thing? Oh, there we go. Hey, Universal. Yes. Okay. I've got a red phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And no, so if you need to call me at any point, just call me. Thank you. I mean, I gave you my number the other day, and I'm really glad that you called me. As always, you got to hit me up. I'm your boy. I got all the great ideas. So if you need ideas for what to do at Universal Fan Fest nights, or whatever you got planned out down there at the parks, give me a call. Mattel, if you need any help, let Mattel know if they need any help with anything. If you need anybody to do a Mr. DNA voice or anything like that, or an Owen voice or something, I could be your guy for that. Also, if you need ideas for a TV show, live action, animation, Scott, what's up? If you need any help with that stuff, If you need, Gareth, if you need ideas, or David Kep or Steven, whoever, just give me a call, hit me up anytime on that number. And yeah, I'm here. I'll be here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. EST, each and every week. Just hit me up, from 9 to usually like 10, 10:30, somewhere in that range. Give me a call, and I'll be here. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. All right. Have a good one. Bye. So there you go. The red phone has made an appearance, and he's not even here to see it. Where are you, dude? I'm doing it just for you. You hit me up with the super chat, which I gratefully appreciate here. And the red phone is in business. I don't know how loud that ringtone was for anybody, but hey, making it happen out here. Thank you so much. At least the phone works. The phones are working. I don't know if the stream is, but the phones are working. Yeah, it's like the Spino, or it was either the Spino or one big pile of something. But as always, please, what do I usually do? I tell you to be kind out there. Please be kind, stay safe, and enjoy. Bye, everybody. This is end.